Hey guys, Sean C. Phillips here, and I believe I'm live now. Hopefully I did this correctly today. Every time I do this, I end up like doing something very wrong, and then like sometimes I think I'm live, or if you don't click the correct event thing, it ends up messing everything up, and it doesn't do it right. So it looks like now everything is right. I'm hearing myself now too. Trying to, I hear myself like talking now. Let me figure out where I'm hearing myself talking from. I think it was off of the. I think I closed it up. I was like hearing myself talking. Let me just make sure I didn't close any of the. Yeah, so this is all opened. Let me just make sure there's nothing's done incorrect now. So I think it looks like everything is right. Let me know, guys, if everything seems to be going correctly, and if you see everything right and everything. We just. I'm trying to check the feed on the other thing now to make sure it looks right. You can never tell though, because then it starts putting the ad on here. Let's see. Does it sound correct? Yeah, it looks like everything's right. It looks like I have the, super chats. That's all on. So yeah, it looks like everything is correct. Okay, cool. So we'll start going through everything. The only thing I might have screwed up is I might not see the super chats because I closed the one thing. But I'm going to keep this open. If I have this one open, I should see them better from, I think, from this one. Okay, let's see now. Let's start going through the questions and everything now. And I usually do these a little bit earlier. I got back a little bit later tonight. I went to a bunch of stores and stuff like that with my brother. So we went to like a bunch of bookstores and all sorts of different things. So we definitely got back a little bit later, and stuff like that. I was thinking about going to the Hollywood show, originally this weekend, but then I'm like, I don't really want to drive all the way up there and everything. And I really only wanted to see, go there really just to see Eddie Furlong, just to kind of tell him about the movies and stuff like that I'm doing, because it's very difficult to contact him any other way, it seems. Let's see. What do you think about the new Predator movie on Hulu? I have not watched that yet. I don't know, has that already gone on there now or not? Let's see. Will you start reviewing streaming shows with your DVD collection? There's too many great stuff. Like I don't see that much like stuff streaming wise. Like I watch some, you know, um, streaming like TV shows, but like not a ton of things that are like only on streaming stuff. Movie wise though, I do watch some stuff occasionally. Like I watched Man vs. Bee, so like the one with Rowan Atkinson. I did watch that, on Netflix, and I really liked that. That was like a real quick watch too, because every episode on there was only like 10 minutes long, and I liked that. Like it was essentially the whole thing was only like an hour and 40 minutes long, and there was something kind of like nice about like it was just like it was the whole thing. I watched the whole show, and it was like only an hour and 40 minutes long. Have you watched Alex Leba movie? I did. I did watch Alex Leba's movie, and I thought he did a really, really good job. I thought it was really shot really well too, especially the stuff at the end. There he is. Hey Sean, are you going to watch the movie Nope when it comes out? I think so. I didn't like the second trailer as much as I liked the first trailer for the movie, but I feel like it's going to be. I feel like it's one of those kind of things where they're kind of trying to not show a lot of the movie and not like kind of ruin things. So they're kind of leaving things kind of vague, and I think that's kind of what they're doing, with that movie. So they kind of like the second trailer for it is kind of like only showing kind of some of the comedic stuff that in the movie. That's what it almost seems like. So, and they're not really showing you the horror because there's got to be some really really weird stuff. And you see that one person with the face with the veil and all that stuff. Like something really odd is going on in this movie. And I'm sure it's going to deal with like, if it does deal with aliens and it'll go to insane levels, it'll have like dealing with probes, anal probes, and all that. Like I'm sure, and it will probably, if it does deal with that, it'll probably go to like an insane level. That's sort of what I expect. Thoughts on the Black Phone? Thought it was brilliant. Yeah, I didn't even realize that it was Stephen King's son. Joe Hill wrote that. I didn't even realize that it was written by him. I have not seen that yet, though. I'm planning, though, to finally get back to the theaters again, because I haven't been back to theaters, since everything in the world. But me and my brother are finally going to go back and see Jurassic Park, and then that's going to kind of get the ball rolling of seeing things. So then from there, we're going to start seeing other things. You know what I mean? So hopefully we'll get back to going to the movies like, at least once a week or at least, a couple times a month and stuff like that. Because I really miss it. And, it was something that I did all the time. And it's like, I don't know, it's like I sort of one of those kind of people that sort of lives and breathes movies. And it's like kind of odd not going to the theaters, like, especially to me. And especially nowadays that I'm like making movies and stuff, it's like even more weird. I'm like, I'm not going to the theaters. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Uh, and I feel like too, I kind of like can't worry anymore like the way it is in the world anymore, because it's like honestly the way it is in the world I think is just going to be kind of how the world will be till we all die. You know what I mean? Like I think kind of like here and there things like this are going to just be come up, and we just kind of have to adapt to it and just deal with it. And like we can't just like curl up and be like, oh shit, oh no, I can't do anything. We can't do that anymore. We just have to be like, okay, got to figure out a way around it. It's going to keep coming and coming no matter what we do. You know what I mean? So it's just like that's what we do. We figure other ways to do it, and we just, because I can't be like for the rest of my life I'm gonna be afraid of going to the movies and stuff like that, because around people without masks and stuff like that. I kind of I've gotten over that a lot. I was very worried about that in the beginning, but then I got sick recently, so it's like I do know what exists. Let's see, it definitely exists though. Hey dude, have you seen the Asian movie The Saddening yet? It's an incredible horror movie. I think I haven't opened it yet, but I saw somebody posted a picture that it's in the newest horror pack, the Sadness. I think it's like the Canadian Blu-ray of the movie. So I'll probably watch it off of there. Holy shit! I see somebody on here, and it's like, somebody on here, Burke Jones, gave a $200 super chat. He outdid what he did. I think Burke Jones. Bert, did you give a super chat last time of like $100, or did you give $200 last time too? I can't even remember. I don't think it was $200 last time though. I think somebody I know gave $100, but it's insane. And someone says, "Hey Sean, do the chat, the hat." Oh, now I have to do the fucking thing. Say, Sean, do the rest of the chat without a hat. Oh fuck. Well, I gotta have no balding hat for the rest of the fucking video because Burke Jones gave $200 fucking dollars. So I'll have to talk real dirty and stuff because I'll be like, well, I keep this stream up. Yep, no balding hat because Burke Jones gave $200. But you know what? $200. I'll have to do it the rest of the chat at least an hour, of the chat. Well. The thing is, though, when you guys see all the movies, I take this fucking hat off and everything. Like, I took the hat off in Scream Bloody Murder. I took the hat off in Karen, the entire movie. I didn't have the hat off, though, in Mistletoe Massacre, because my character would not be the character that would have a bald head. That character. And when you see the movie, he's not that kind of person. He's very, like, weird, and, like, people are paying him to spy on women and stuff. He's not the kind of guy that would go around as a baldy. So let's see now. Everyone's like, yep, they're all enjoying it. This is going to be like the legendary live stream. Everybody should share this one around. It's like Chauncey took off his hat for the live stream for $200. I truly feel like I'm on Chatterbait now. It's like, okay, so what's it going to be to take my shirt off next? It's like, that's sort of what it is. I guess that's for me. I guess that's sort of like the money shot. If Chauncey takes his hat off, there's a money shot. There's not much more on YouTube that I could do. It's the money shot for me, I guess. Let's say, dude, I talked about that. Can you put the song "Low Fidelity All Stars" Battle Flag in one of your future movies? I don't know if it's cheap and easy to license. What has it been like working for the Asylum? Well, I worked for the Asylum on, how many movies was that? Was it 3 movies? I think it was 2 movies. I know it was Haunting of Whaley House. And then it was Asteroid Again with Eric Roberts. And that was one, too. I remember it was supposed to be Fred Durst. And I remember, like, when I saw the call sheet, it said Fred Durst on the call sheet. And I was like, oh, shit, is it Fred Durst that's going to be there? But then, like, last minute it changed to Eric Roberts. And I was like, oh, man, I would love to have been, like, in a movie that Fred Durst was in. Because then he, like, right after The Fanatic came out, which was, like, to me, I thought it was amazing. Like, that's, like, a dream to make, like, more so to act in a movie like that. Let's see. Did you know the extended TV cuts will be omitted in the 4K release of Child's Play? Say TV cuts? No, I didn't know that. That's the thing though. That's why with a lot of these releases, you got to keep the original editions, because that's why some people are like, oh, why? Because I always like, especially in the beginning when I started like upgrading and then like getting the Blu-rays, and I would keep a DVD of it. And a lot of people were like, why are you doing that? Because so often the DVD had special features that were only on it. So it was like you would get the Blu-ray, but then you would lose all these features. So like to me, that's the one thing. So it's like, and we like Child's Play, since it's had all these different companies release it, like I think it was MGM has put it out, and then Scream Factory, and there might have been something else like a random special edition that MGM did as well too. I think there was like a 2-disc or something. So there's all these different ones. So there's definitely a lot of things that are going to get lost on the edition. So you kind of have to keep all of them in a weird way. For like tentpole movies like Child's Play, the Friday the 13th films, like I always keep like all the editions of those ones, just because there's usually one weird random thing that's on one edition that's not on the others. And if you're like a completionist of things, you kind of, especially OCD, you like to have all the stuff. Let's see. Did you know the extended TV cuts will be admitted? I talked about that. Hey, dude, have you seen the Asian movie? I talked about that. What did you think of Chip and Dale movie? I haven't watched that, and I don't know why, because like I absolutely love Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers. Like that to me was like one of my favorite, shows as a kid. That one, I watched that all the time. And Gummy Bears. And I feel like with Gummy Bears, though, I don't know if I actually really like the show or I really, really, really like the opening credits. And it's kind of strange. It's the same with me. I've always responded really well to music. And I always feel like there's certain times when a movie could be atrocious, but the music is why I like it. And like, when I think of a lot of my favorite stuff, I'm like, the music parts are my favorite things. Like in the Popples, when they did like the live action one, I know that that's a piece of crap movie. I know that's really bad, but I know I know that, but the scenes with the music when it's like Popples magic and it's like is amazing. You know what I mean? It's to me, I love that stuff. Same with Zoobly Zoo, which I thought was like one of the best uses of like weird kind of trippy music and all that. I don't know. I love that kind of stuff. I miss when they like incorporated music more into things. Nowadays, like I feel like the score in a lot of movies, and especially in a lot of like horror movies and stuff, it sometimes just becomes like, oh, let's just put down like this kind of sounds, and they don't like concentrate as much on like making it really be cool music. I see a $5 super chat here from Thanos. It's from Thanos. I wish I knew how to say this name right. HAZIDIMITRIOU. And anyone who's watching now is like, oh, why is Choichi have his balding hat off? The official balding hat. What I should do. Makes it better. Yeah, that's a better shot with the hat like that. Yeah, that's the shot. You put the hat back there, and everyone's like, what the fuck is? Why is Choichi's balding hat over there? Well, if anyone has just tuned in now, somebody gave $200 for me to take the hat off, and I didn't even know it was coming. It just came through, so I'm just like, okay. And I can't. If somebody gave like $20, I'd be like, oh, maybe 10 minutes. Even for $200, I gotta do it. And if somebody like, down the line gave like, I don't even know. I don't want to say the amount, but it was like a huge amount. It'd be like, Chauncey, for like 6 figures or something. Do your YouTube channel for the next year without a hat. Okay. Never again. You can never wear that hat. You can never wear it in public. You can never wear it anything. Not even any of the movies you do. You have to tell anybody. Hat free. I got paid 6 figures to go hat free for a whole year. Let's see. I'd do it though, honestly, because it would be so stupid. Let's see, because it's like some people have like a thing about seeing bald heads. I think it's almost like seeing people's feet. It's like, I guess with some bald men, it's like you got to see that bald head. And I will admit there are some people when you, especially YouTubers, when you always see them wearing a hat, you're like, okay, what's going on under there? And you do wonder that. Especially I do. I found Dogma on Blu-ray for only $5 at local flea market. Good find. No, that's one that's still out of print. I'm surprised that it didn't come back into print, because a lot of the Miramax ones, like I think Jan Silent Bob Strike Back and Jersey Girl, and a lot of those ones that were out of print, Kate, went back into print like a couple months ago. I guess Dogma is just one of those ones that didn't end up doing that. But that was always really good. I remember seeing, I think that was the one of the Kevin Smith ones I saw test screenings of too, earlier than it. I think I honestly saw that 3 months or 4 months before it actually came out. I remember early on, into like doing YouTube videos and stuff, I got to see a lot of these really early movies really early. I remember seeing, I think, Devil's Rejects a month early. I think I saw Napoleon Dynamite, I think at the beginning of the summer, probably a month or so before that came out. And so all these different things, I don't know, it's always kind of cool to see things especially when you see things really, really early. I've been watching the Twilight Zone marathon on Decades TV channel. That's a great show. I talked about that. What's it been like working for the asylum? I talked about that. Let's see. To make sure I don't miss any of these things. Um, Thoughts on the Black Phone. I found Dogma. Have you seen Tom Sizemore's Bottom Feeder? I think I did see that movie. I think so. Hey Sean, what's your thoughts on Reanimator film series? I always love those movies. I think the one that I for some reason have the most fun watching, and I know it's not the best movie at all, but it is the one in the prison, and I don't know why, but it always kind of reminds me of a Reanimator mixed with like Fortress. It has this sort of weird vibe, and then it even like at the end, it kind of goes into sort of Natural Born Killers kind of end of that movie vibe. I don't know how to explain it. It's this weird mixture of all those movies together, and I really like that one. What's your thoughts on? I talked about that. Thoughts on why the last two American Horror seasons are not on DVD? I know I'm surprised though is if they're not going to do like a wide release, like a DVD you can get in stores. I don't know why they don't just do a burn on demand release, because they did burn on demands. Fox does it all the time for stuff. So I don't know why they didn't do those. And they didn't do Scream Queen Season 2. So those are some of those ones that are like lost having actual releases. Did you see the horror film Brain Scan with Eddie Furlong? Yeah, I've always loved that movie. How many times have you seen Tropic Thunder? Probably like throughout the years, maybe like 4, maybe. Wait, you didn't even watch Spider-Man No Way Home in theaters? No, I didn't see that one in theaters. Good sci-fi thriller you would recommend for me and my girlfriend to watch, A Hidden Gem. What was a high sci-fi thriller? That one that I always kind of liked. Was it called like Imposter with Gary Sinise? And not the biggest fan ever of Gary Sinise, because I don't really feel like I watched that movie that he's in that I've been a fan of. But I think that was the one. You want to make sure to watch the R-rated version. Do not watch that PG-13 version. It was like the theatrical one. The R-rated one is like a million times better, and I feel like the whole movie was different for some reason with that. But that was one. I think it's Identity. Whatever the one was with Gary Sinise, I think that was in around the year I think it was 2000. Let me see if that was right. I'm usually a savant with dates. Let's see. Gary Sinise, Identity. Is that the movie? I'm trying to figure out what the name of that movie was. It was something with an I. I really think it was Identity. It was either 2000 or 2003 that it came out. Let's see. Looking at the year 2000. No, 2001. I screwed it all up. Imposter with Gary Sinise. Why was I calling it Identity? Imposter. And there is an R-rated cut that was on Blu-ray, and that was kind of. I feel like that was a pretty good, like science fiction one. I definitely would recommend. I see some weird comments people are saying on here. What is all this stuff? It's like someone's putting like. I need to get some hide user in the channel. Someone's like spamming like this weird shit. I need to make somebody else a moderator on here. If anybody wants to be a moderator, let me know that's trustworthy and stuff like that, because I see some weird spams and stuff like that coming through. That's the one problem with this is like it seems like YouTube has like spam has come back again on YouTube. Yeah, I see like Naked XD. Like, what the hell is all this? You know what I mean? Like, where is this coming from? Let's see. Do you still have any Walt Disney treasures in your collection? No, I do. I have all the tins still. No hat. No, I know someone gave $200 to take off the hat, so I have to take off the damn hat. There's nothing I can do. You know what I mean? Like I've been caught. You know what I mean? I have to do it. Let's see. Do you remember the first horror movie you watched growing up? Probably the first that I remember. I'm trying to think of what it was. Like, I think I remember like one of the very early ones was some of the Universal Monster ones. Like I think it was like Frankenstein. I remember renting those as a little kid, and then I remember Bad Seed was one I remember really early on too. Let's see. It looks good. You don't look bad without a hat, brother. No, I know. It's like I feel like without a hat though, you kind of need to have like a goatee-ish kind of thing coming in and stuff like that. So you kind of like need to have like a slightly different look if you're going to have no hat. You know what I mean? And I wish I had like a little bit more tan. I feel like I'm like this real pale ass. It's like I'm always pale and I don't tan at all. And if I get in the sun, I burn. You know, some people are really lucky and have like a real tannish look all the time. Like me, I'm just like stuck as this like real pale guy, like this milk toast, you know, milk toast guy. Let's see, Thanos, Hayes Mentor. I totally messing this name up, but it's Thanos, HAZIDIMITRIOU. And thanks so much, Thanos, for the $5 super chat. And like I said, guys, thanks again for the super chat donations on the channel. I really appreciate them all so much, and they're a really big help to the channel and the videos. So thanks again. But he said, Thanos said, "Are you friends with Brennan again? I thought I saw you guys talking at Monsterpalooza. Did you meet any new celebs when you went to Monsterpalooza?" Yeah, me and Brennan are totally fine now. We're talking and everything, and when I do the next movie with Lauren this fall and everything, and we will have a Indiegogo coming soon for that too, probably in the next 2 weeks or so. Definitely before Comic-Con is the plan to have one launched. But for the next movie though, Brendan should be coming to do something in that movie too. I really would love to in this one, and there's definitely going to be a lot of roles and stuff like that. So there's definitely something he can do for this one. Let's see. How much longer do you think you'll still buy physical media? I stopped buying 2 years ago unless it's something I love. I mean, for me, it's like so much of what I do, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm lucky enough to get stuff to review, so I get stuff from, you know, companies to review and stuff like that too. So that definitely helps. So, I mean, like, I think when they don't do that anymore, then, you know, that'll be one thing. And then I just don't know. I don't know. I really don't know, because it's like, it's starting so much now, but I really like to have a lot of stuff, especially horror movies. I don't care about having like everything, you know, owning everything, but when it comes to like films, I really like to have horror films. And like it does drive me crazy with certain things that I can't get a physical disc, and like you know, stuff like I really want like a real release of like the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You know what I mean? Like it's nuts. I'm gonna have to like literally wait for like Germany or another country that doesn't have it as a Netflix original movie, and then buy it that way. And I know it's crazy, but it's like there's certain things you just like I just want to have with the other ones on the shelf. It's just this weird sort of thing. So it's going to be really weird for me for certain movies that I direct to know that at least in the U.S. there never will be a disc. You know what I mean? It's weird, because I don't know. I feel like when you can't physically hold something, it doesn't exist. That's just sort of in my mind. But I know that's not the case though. And the thing is, I know that in this day and age too, the real way you want people to see movies is streaming, because otherwise, if people have to physically buy it and, you know, pick it up and all that kind of stuff, it's a lot more than, oh, you can see it for free on Tubi, or oh, you can go on Netflix and see it, or oh, you can, you know, rent it off of Spectrum for $4, you know, stuff like that. So it's a little different. Let's see, I said that. See, I'm trying to make sure I don't miss any of these ones. Do you still have Walt Disney Treasures? I talked about that. I see Tyler Beldry gave a $1 super chat. Thanks so much, Tyler, for the $1 super chat. And I see As Told by Gonzo gave a $20 super chat. Thanks so much, As Told by Gonzo, for the $20 super chat. As Told by Gonzo said, "Hey Sean, longtime fan, have you seen the movie Clubhouse Detective?" Oh, I love that movie from 1996 with the late Michael Galota. It's an underrated thriller. I feel like nobody has watched it. Take care. That's the one with No, wait. Let me check this now. There's Clubhouse Detectives. Maybe I haven't seen this Detectives, because I was thinking of Treehouse Hostages. Treehouse Hostages. That one I have seen. Michael Galetta. What was Michael Galetta in? He passed away. He was a child actor. I do recognize him. Clubhouse Hostages, though. I'm looking at the artwork for this. No, I definitely watched this. I actually think that I saw this with my brother, because this is 1996. So this is one that it's really rare too. The DVD is $68. So I know I don't own that. So I'm definitely going to have to look for that one. You know, it's got bad Photoshop on the cover for it, but I definitely watched that. But like I said, that came out in 96, so I can guarantee that was one that I watched with my brother, you know, because there's a lot of ones like that I remember, like, you know, renting with my brother and stuff like that. But no, I think the one that more people saw was Treehouse Hostages, the one with you know, Jim Varney. That was the one, and that was around the same time. Because let me see, I think Treehouse Hostages was that the same year? So Clubhouse Detectives. Let me just make sure I'm getting the right dates. Detectives, IMDb was Clubhouse That was 96, and then Treehouse Hostages, Treehouse Detectives, Treehouse Detectives. Was it? No, Hostages is what it was called. Hostages. That one. What was that called? Because it's the Jim Varney one. Yeah, that was 99. Yeah, so that was a few years later. But yeah, both of those ones were really good. But yeah, the Treehouse Hostages is the one that I think you kind of hear about a little bit more because it was Jim Varney. Let's see. Do you own a gun? No, I don't. I don't like weapons or anything like that. Like even in the movies that I do and stuff like that, I really don't like to have like really realistic weapons and stuff like. I don't know. I'm kind of scared of them and even I'm very scared. I don't know. I would never pick one up and like even fire it like in a firing range. I'd be too scared to do it. I think my hands would probably shake. Like even when it comes to like knives and stuff, I don't like using like super sharp knives at all. Like I don't know. I'm really scared because I think as a kid, I do remember using a knife and I did like cut my hand or something. I know something like that happened there. It definitely either I saw someone cut their hand. I think it was my mom that it happened to. Something happened seeing something or something happened to me that made me like really dislike sharp knives and all that stuff. Let's see. Have you seen the Incubus with Tara Reid? Yeah, I have seen that one. What type of camera and audio do you use for Karen? Karen was I think it was a Canon M50. I think the one that does 4K, and then I upgraded though. I bought the better version too after it, but I don't know if we're ever going to really use it much because it's not to the specifications of what we would be shooting on anymore. But no, it was a pretty good camera for that movie and everything. We only needed that movie to be 1080p, and it was a smaller production and everything because it was on that one. It was literally me doing everything. But even though it was me doing everything on it, it's still probably going to be one of my favorites forever, just because there's just something about it that's just the way that the flow of the story and just what's going on. And Lauren played Karen so amazing. Like when you guys, I know a lot of you guys who have seen it have messaged me and saying how much you love Lauren in the movie and the role. But any of you guys who haven't seen it yet or who are waiting to get the DVD for Amityville Karen, I cannot wait to just hear what you guys think, because like I said, she just plays that role amazing. Like I said, it's a very, very fun movie. But yeah, it was I think it was the Canon M50 is what I think it was, and it has the lenses and stuff built in. The Mistletoe, we were using the 6K Black Magic, but we've used everything. We've used the Red, I think Sony Alpha, so mixtures of kind of everything. You should shave it all bald. I like the sides though for the movies and stuff like that. Let's see. You should totally email me for your next movie. I did 4 episodes of The Office. I did 4 episodes of The Office. Oh, okay, that's cool. No, cool dude. You should play a creepy serial killer in your next movie. Your bald look fits. Yeah, no, I know. I could definitely do that. When will Clint Howard star in one of your movies? I'm gonna have to work on that better. I have not followed up on that as good as I should. Clint Howard's somebody that I really, really want to get. Eddie Furlong, I think, is somebody that I think would be really cool. I'm always trying to, with every movie, and especially with the ones that I'm doing with Lauren, I really want us to get, a different name, in every movie. So it's there are people that we always will work with and stuff like that, or people you see coming back a lot. But I want to try and get somebody new all the time. I feel like that's a goal, and people that are and I also like to get people. I want to try and get some interesting child actors too, that were Nickelodeon people and stuff that kind of need a second chance, that haven't done anything in a really long time, and then have them play an incredibly different role that's nothing like they've done before. I don't know, I really like having people do really different stuff. And I've noticed a lot of times the actors that come and do the movies, if they get to do something really different, they seem to be very happy. By the end of it too, they seem to be much more responsive and share about the movie more and everything. And I've realized that's what it is people love to do different things. And that's why I'm moved into directing these movies and doing these movies with Lauren, is because we're able to finally do the kind of roles that we've always wanted to, and to get to and you don't have to go through the casting process and stuff because you're in charge of everything. And there's something incredibly that I really like about to get into that place in my life where I kind of can be my own boss with this. And it's nice because it's it wasn't like that. It was, and I went through so much being walked on on the first movie that I did with two people that were there that I never will ever work with again. But it just was just a bad situation, and it was a learning thing and everything. So it's just like it's incredibly nice now to be at the place too where I'm able to not worry as much about the acting roles on getting parts in other movies, where I kind of feel like when it comes to when these movies that I'm getting to do, and especially getting to do with Lauren, because those are the bigger films, I feel like it's a very amazing thing to think that I think that I might be able to almost use my own projects to as demo pieces, and I know I will, for getting acting roles in other projects. So that's the one thing that's kind of insane to think is I've been able to get to the point where I can make my own thing. I don't know. I really like it that I can do it myself now, and I don't have to rely on other people and worry about it, and I don't have to because I was getting to the point where I was flying out to do movies that were like a $40,000 budget film, and there's nothing wrong with that, but it was a lot. It was a lot to do fly out for very small projects where you never know what's going to happen with them, and there were so many of them that I was doing where I don't think they're ever going to come out, and it's very upsetting because it's like, and then yes, I got paid to do these things, but at the same time it was like I never would work it out very well. So I would always I wasn't getting paid any money for the food. So I was like on the airplane, I had everything. I was like all the food out there I had to pay for. So I don't know. I didn't work things out well. So I'm glad that now I'm doing things myself. I'm controlling things myself. And now when it comes to acting, I have a lot of good things much better work to show. And I think I can get better work from this. And the thing that's amazing is like a year from now, it's going to be interesting to look back, because it's like by then there'll be two movies, the two of out of all the things that I've gotten to direct, we don't know what will be the releases for Woods Witch and Mistletoe, what company or anything like that will distribute them, but as of right now we 100% know that two of the films are studio releases, and I don't mean ITN or something like that, which there's great companies, but I mean legitimate big studio, which is mind-blowing to me. I wish I could tell you guys, you know what I mean, the studios that are behind these ones. It's just a surreal thing. It really is. Let's see. When is your favorite Godzilla movie? What is your favorite Godzilla movie? I don't know. My favorite one, it's the one that a lot of people probably don't like, but as a child, it was the one that I loved and I watched all the time, and it was the it was the son of Godzilla, the one with Godzilla and his kid. And listen, I know that's not a great movie, but as a kid, that was the one that I watched. For some reason, I had some Jones for that movie, and I don't know what it was. And then the other one that I watched, because it was the year I was born, so I kind of was a thing for watching that one, was Godzilla 1985. Those were the ones that I watched a lot. Let's see. Sean looks better like Beldar from Coneheads. No, I know. We watch Screen Bloody Murder on Tubi? It's not on there yet. Hopefully it's basically the the quality control stuff through it and everything. So hopefully it all goes through there and everything. It's so strict though, because it's basically the same stuff that SDS, I think it is, I saw uses, which is a Universal. So it's basically the same quality control. So Screen Bloody Murder and Shark House is going to basically end up going through the same QC quality control, which means they have to check the audio levels and make sure everything is specific to certain kind of levels and all this kind of stuff to pass through, basically to air on TV and stuff like that. There's really specific stuff that has to be. You can't have bad sound on network TV and stuff like that. So basically, it's the process that it goes through though is as strict as the same things that Universal movies go through. So it's just weird to think. Sean's in his 40s. No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm 36. I started losing my hair at 16. Let's see. What was your most disturbing non-horror film you recall? Non-horror film? I guess Clockwork Orange is one that's not really a horror movie. I remember that was the one that I remember being very disturbing the first time I saw that. Is there a website that shows the music pricing for licensing? I wish there was something like that. I wish I could figure out about licensing music, because that one song too that Cleopatra Entertainment owns that. How does that go? Like dun 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 dun. That one, I basically realized that that's Cleopatra Entertainment owns that, and I feel like that could be licensed. I think that would probably not be really really expensive, because I know Cleopatra Entertainment isn't like a enormous record label. It's like, I don't think it's especially indie, but it's like a mid-level one. So I think it would be easier to license anything from them. I think they own some DMX songs and stuff too. They have a lot of stuff under their catalog, but it's all these places have different catalogs, and I don't know how they base the prices, and if if it has to do with too, if it's more money, because a lot of times too, there can sometimes be some licensing stuff where you can use the song in America but it can't be used in other countries, or there's some really weird stuff where, and I've heard where you can license the music to be like internationally, like in Europe, and it's cheaper. So you can, the international version of a movie has like the cool music, but then like the American one has to have the cheap stuff because they can't afford it. And I believe I remember hearing that about some movie had that, and then if you want the good version, you have to import in the version from the UK and stuff like that. Let's see. 40 is old. I'm 18. I heard you growing a collection of over 800 copies of Human Centipede. No, I don't have 800. How do you feel about your movie Ariel Karen? Has the reputation been good? Everybody seems to like it. I mean, everybody that has watched it said that they really liked it. I mean, I haven't heard anybody say anything bad about it so far. I mean, like I said, just anybody that watches, just keep in mind, it was the smallest of all the ones that I have done, budget-wise and everything. But it's still, like I said, it was me doing literally everything on that, because all the other ones were really big productions. You know what I mean? Like, we had a lot of people. We still had people on Karen, but it just was much more of a small production. But for that movie, it didn't really need to be very big. It really, really didn't. That movie works as this small, crazy piece of an insanity. Is kind of how it plays. Let's see. We talked about that. Hey Josie, what stage cancer are you in? Someone said. I'm sorry, Josie, if you're going through cancer. Will you make another Dollar Tree video? I did one like a week ago, maybe. I think it was maybe a little over a week ago, but I'll probably do it again in a month or so. I'm 21 and 40 is not old. He still looks good. I'd still shave off the rest if I was me. Why not shave the whole thing off at this point? Oh, don't. The thing is, you could say the same thing to Reggie Bannister. I mean, Reggie Bannister made a whole fucking career of pulling his hair back into a ponytail. That's his thing. You know what I mean? Like Hulk Hogan, I'm a Real American. He did the same thing. And Clint. Almighty Clint Howard, you know what I mean? One of the Clint boys, the Howard boys. He's made a career of it. So it's like, that's how you have to look at it. You know what I mean? Like, that's how you have to look at it. And like, I may do a movie coming up just for the fuck of it, just because I feel like it, just because it might be funny to me, to have like a weird wig. So yeah, I may wear a wig in a movie at some point too, because I want to have a scene where, like, because that happens in Shark House. I do rip a character's wig off. But I really want to have a scene where, like, someone rips my wig off in a movie. Let's see. Why not? You should just shave your entire head because it looks strange the way it is. All right. Why didn't you answer my question? You didn't answer my question. Wait, what was this question? Oh, did you see? Hey, did you see Stranger Things Season 4, Volume 2? What are some good horror movies where kids get kidnapped just like Black Phone? So, so sorry, I didn't even realize the question. I don't know what I'm doing. So when it comes to Stranger Things, I've not actually seen, I've seen the first episode of Stranger Things, and that was it. I've not seen any of the other ones. I do not know why, because I'm a fan of all the actors in the show and stuff like that, so I don't know why I haven't, like, watched it, because I've seen them all in other things, but I've not seen, really the show. But when it comes to other movies where kids get kidnapped, like in Black Phone, like, I didn't even know that's what that was about, Thanos, because I didn't see it yet. Is that a spoiler? It might be. But I'm trying to think of movies where it's about kids getting kidnapped. Well, it's not a horror movie, but it's, the Peanut Butter Solution. That's really about kidnapping. What other movies has kidnapping stuff in it, though? Please, guys, in the comments below, leave movies where you can think of where kids are getting kidnapped, like in the Black Phone, because I'm not, like, I cannot think of other, like, kidnapping movies like that. Let's see. This is another question, something I wanted to know. A while back, you were kind enough to talk to me about losing weight. At the time, I weighed 308. This morning, I'm 208. Oh, that's amazing. That's congratulations. That's amazing. That's amazing that you've lost over 100 pounds now. That's awesome. Cinema Sickness always wears a hat, but he still has his hair. No, yeah, he has a full head of hair under there. Have you seen a fan-made video of Jason versus Michael? It's a masterpiece in my opinion. No, Jason versus Michael? No, I've not seen that. Sharknado is the greatest movie ever made. Sharknado? Every time I think of Sharknado, I just think of, man, I wish Ghost Shark that came out like was it right before I think it was before. I wish that got the reaction that Sharknado. No, I think it came out after. Something like that. I can't remember. Let's see. And I wish the Ghost Shark became a series like that. And the only reason I wish that was because I was in that one. Sean, did you watch? I talked about that Alex Leva movie. Remember Sci-Fi Ninja Theater? The movie Sci-Fi Ninja? Wait, yes. Oh, wait, sorry. The sci-fi movie Space Ninja. No, I've never seen that one. See, I'm behind on all these questions. Let's see. Trying to make sure I do not miss any of these ones. Girl like, dude, I'm bald. Someone said. Will, have you ever farted? Someone said, have you ever farted? It's like, that's like the kind of thing Mackenzie Rousman asked me. It's like that. I remember on Ghost Shark, she's like, have you ever made a fart that was like really loud and stinky? I'm like, what is she asking me? Let's see, the new Urkel reboot? Urkel reboot? What is that? I didn't know there was an Urkel reboot. I saw like the stuff that he was doing to promote his weed. I saw that, and then I saw the Urkel coming back on Scooby Doo. I saw that episode though. Let's see. I've always seen Hatless. I've never seen Hatless. Sean, someone gave $200 for me to do the super chat. Hatless. Let's see. So I had no choice. It just came through. I didn't even offer the option. Sean, you need a moderator. You need a moderator, Sean. Yeah, believe in yourself. I'll make you a moderator on here. How do I make a person a moderator? Is there anyone else? I don't think I can do it from that one. I have to go through. Let's see. I'll look for another comment for him. Leave another comment if anyone that wants to be a moderator on here, and I'll make some of you guys a moderator if you feel like you could do it and not gonna do anything weird. Let's see. Are you planning to write, produce, and direct an action film? I don't know. I feel like I'd like to do one, but I feel like I'd rather somebody write, just give me the script and say, this is what I want you to do for it. You know what I mean? I don't think I would. I can't, for some reason, when it comes to think for stories and stuff. I've written out lately a lot of outlines for movies. I don't want to say what they are, but it's been a bunch for future movies with me and Lauren. I just a ton of them, but I can't think of action. That's difficult. I need in order for me to write a whole this. I basically write an outline and then I have somebody put the script together, but I would need the basic concept. If I have the title and kind of a little detail about what could happen, then I probably could figure something out, but I need something to start with. I can't just think about an action thing. But for me, if you guys gave me honestly, if I did a contest, choose our next movie, all we need is or choose the title for our next movie or something like that. I could probably come up with something just on the title. It's kind of weird. If I give me a title, I can usually figure something out. Let's see. I'll be a moderator. That's the Believe in Myself one that I want to add. I'm just trying to see how to find him on here now. Let's see if I can find him. I think he's a moderator. I'm going to add him as a moderator too. Add as a moderator since he's already a member of the channel too. And I think that makes sense too. If somebody's a member of the channel, I'll make them a moderator as well. Let's see. Bots Talking Crazy. Best A24 film in your opinion? Probably maybe Midsommar, even though it's very hard for me to watch it. Because I watched Midsommar again, maybe 3 months ago, and I had a terrible breakdown from it. Her PTSD thing. I can't watch drama stuff anymore because I got PTSD from Scream Bloody Murder, and then one guy I mentioned it to, I didn't say anything about the reasoning for it, but he laughed it off to me, and it's I was really annoyed by it. And it's just, I don't know. But then I see a question here. Someone says, when is Shark House coming out? I really want to see your role in that one. Yeah, from what I've been told, like the latest information on that one was they just finished the music, and they're putting in like the last audio stuff that they need to, from what I've been told. But other than that, though, it should be pretty much done. I think it's going now to the distributor, and then they put it through the quality control stuff. So basically, it has to go through all of that. So let's all just like keep our fingers crossed, or whatever, say a little prayer or whatever, anything, that it goes through quality control. It's fast, it's quick, and the movie comes out soon. You know what I mean? Because I want everyone to see Shark House too. Like, that's the one I'm really looking forward to you guys seeing. I mean, I want you guys to see Scream Bloody Murder as well. I do. I really do. It was just not. There's a lot of bad things on that one with people involved with it. But let's see. Do girl like you could go with the stone cold look? Yeah, stone cold look. Are you a fan of YouTube horror content? I watch some stuff. Like, I watch some Dead Meat James stuff. Will this have been the longest you've been on YouTube without a hat throughout your entire catalog? I think it probably is, Tony. I mean, honestly, like, I'm looking at the thing here. It's like it shows for the $200 super chat. It hasn't expired yet, so it's like I could technically probably put the hat on when it expires, but as long as I'm live, I'll just keep it off, because it's like I don't want to do like some weird shit and be like, oh, well, I put it back on. But like, no, if somebody gave it $200 to keep the hat off, that's the thing. I'll just keep the hat off the whole time. Maybe somebody now this would be another thing, if somebody does a super chat, to make me do it next Tuesday. Now that, oh my God, like do the next Tuesday shopping video without a hat. I know that would get a lot more. That would probably get like, maybe I'm guessing like an extra 2,000 views or something like that. Probably like 2,000 than normal. Normally they get like 9,000, 8,000 to like 10, sometimes a little bit more. It would probably be like 12, and it would probably get like 2,000 views in the first hour if I did. I should almost just do that sometime, but I'm like, no. If somebody does a super chat, I'll do a super chat to take my hat off in a Tuesday shopping one sometime. Let's see, how's Dave Sterling doing? Are you in touch with him still? Any funny stories about him? No, he's doing good. I probably will see him at Comic-Con. I know he told me he's going to be there. He was asking me if I got my badge in the mail. I told him I got that. And I know he said he's going to be doing another movie in August. Let's see, your brother collect Saint Simon anime DVDs? I don't know. Saint Simon, I don't know for sure. I don't believe so. Evangelion is what he's a big fan of. There's a lot of ones that he follows, though. Cool man, I just found a 1982 Star Wars, and I can't find any info on it. What it's worth. I've looked everywhere and can't find much on it. Would you know anything on the value of it? Do you mean like an old VHS of it? Like, I guess you would search like Star Wars 1982 VHS. If anybody knows, like, I don't know a lot on values for tapes, and I know it's very different now with VHS, because like some people are starting to get them like graded and slated and stuff like that they do with comic books. So it's very different now on like the value of it and stuff like that. So it says you should make a Conehead short film. I'm glad both of you are fine again. Both of you are awesome people with good content. Well, thanks. When someone was asking about Brendan with Wet Movie, I recently rewatched some of your weight loss videos. I have to say what you did was incredible. Thanks so much. Thoughts on the Lion and the Riddler reboot? Lion and the Riddler. I don't know what that is. Let's see. Hey, Cool Duder, is your name Sean or Sean? It's Sean. It's SHAWN. Have you seen Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City? Yeah, I didn't like that one too much. Like, I really like the Mila Jovovich movies. Like, I know some people, like, kind of as they went along, said they didn't really care about them that much, but for some reason, I really liked them. Like, I really liked the cast in there. I always liked Michelle Rodriguez. So, like, I always liked those movies. Let's see. I put a question down lower in the chat. My bad. Have you seen Splatter Farm? Did you like it? Can you send me a link to a video, Jason vs. Michael? It's amazing. Yeah, anybody, that Jason vs. Michael video, you can post it underneath it here too. And anybody too who does any super chats and stuff like that too, feel free too to like put links to any of your videos, your channels, or any like that kind of stuff as well too. Let's see. Have you seen the Alex Leba movie? I have, and I also thought it was so cool that Jamie Kennedy, re-uploaded a video of Alex Leba interviewing him. I thought that was like amazing, like that he did that. I'm like sort of expecting like I'm just gonna put it out into the universe, and I kind of know. I don't know why I know it's gonna happen. I just know it's gonna happen for some weird reason. I'm expecting like a video of Alex Leba in the next like year going around like to like I don't know if it'll be in his state or in LA or somewhere else. But basically him going around doing like a movie hunting video with Jamie Kennedy. Like I'm sort of expecting something like that. I don't think he wants to do movie hunting videos anymore, but it might just be like a regular around the town type of thing. Like because honestly, when it came to Alex Leba's videos, I think we can all admit what we were watching the videos for, not as much to see the movies. It was more just to watch him with the people, and that's why I always watch. Like to me, like when I watch people's videos, you watch them for the people, and Alex Leba was always funny, and when in those vlogs with everybody and stuff like that. So I hope he still does the vlogs when he goes around with people and does like not necessarily movie hunting, but just can be like regular like just videos. But I just think he could do a video with Jamie Kennedy just going around the town, just doing random like nonsense. Let's see. Opinions on the late Jim Varney. Jim Varney was amazing. Like I miss Jim Varney and Ernest movies so much. Sean's got a badass fade. Now I know. If you ever need someone for our native role, you can count me in. I'll definitely let you know for sure. Are you out in California? If you are, let me know. But no, definitely. Thoughts on the Leprechaun series? I like the Leprechaun movies. The Leprechaun ones, it's like I feel like too like the original series and even the new one I liked. I did not like that one though. I think it was it 2014, like Leprechaun Origins. I think that one I didn't care for very much. Um, let's see, hey Sean, do you know the girl from Boy Meets World does hardcore adult movies now? Like one of the actresses on there does. I do remember hearing that. And the other one I think that happened with was the one who was like the one sister on Family Matters, the one that ended up like leaving or got fired or something like that. Let's see. Least favorite Lucio Fulci movie. Favorite one, I think it's honestly, even though it's the one that's talked about the most, is probably Zombie. Least favorite, I don't know. Like offhand, like that's hard to say. Like least favorite one, maybe that one Voices from Beyond. Maybe. How do you feel about the whole body positivity thing and making it look like being a very unhealthy is completely fine as long as you love yourself? Well, I think like you just have to be careful when it comes to like, you know, when you get to certain weights and stuff like that. Because the bottom line is like, you never want to like, I think too, you don't ever want to like shame anybody about their weight. But at the same time, when somebody's really, really like 600-pound life and stuff like that, you got to get people help because there's times where people's weights can be killing them, and you really have to make sure they're all right. But if people are like, a little overweight or you're overweight or whatever, and you're fine, you're healthy, it's whatever. You know what I mean? Like I think that like that's fine, but I think that you don't want to ever get to like in a really bad level where it's like, oh no, because you don't want to die and like that was always one of my worst fears. I'm not gonna lie, like about getting to the point where I got so heavy that I had to get like airlifted out of the house and stuff like that. Like I don't know, it's stuff that you worry about, like stuff like that. Let's see. Clint Howard, dad and son killer movie would be good with you as the son. No, I know, I know. Let's see. Do you really do everything on the film, everything okay on like camera work and stuff you weren't on screen? I watched it last night. I mean, like pretty much. So basically, in Karen, when you see me on screen, Cameron, he ended up shooting, and he was doing the camera. But besides that, it was literally me with the camera and Lauren just going, and we were just doing everything on it. We had people holding the boom in scenes and stuff like that, but we mainly were using the on camera a lot of the time. So it was literally like me, just like I said, just me doing everything on that one. I never would do that again though, and I have like a lot of shoulder problems and like back stuff and everything. So like holding the camera, especially a bigger camera, would be really difficult. Like if I like the shooting though because I have a certain style that it's kind of a lot of people like kind of say, Sean, you should just be doing it. It's very hard for us to replicate this. But it's like I know, but it's like a certain floating kind of look that I kind of like. I'm from Lake Tahoe, Nevada. Did they give you a lot of creative control with Amy of Caroline, or did you just do it the way they wanted? With Karen, we had Julianne wrote the script on it. When pretty much we stuck to the script for the most part, but we were when it came to like creative control. Yeah, we have Ron's really cool. Ron Bunk. We did Karen, Shark House, and Bigfoot for Ron Bunk, and he's really cool. He's all totally for the filmmaker, and doesn't say, oh, you can't do that or any of that kind of stuff. And I like that. I really am not a fan of like censorship whatsoever with like telling filmmakers or telling people they can't do this, especially when it comes to like just like wacky ridiculous stuff. You know what I mean? There's certain things, yes, I understand, but like goofy stuff and like dumb, I don't know, like my humor is very scary movie basically. Like I feel like I said, I feel like the movies that I'm doing are very much almost like an audition to do a movie like a scary movie or a Naked Gun, or like basically my dream is to bring back like a multi-million-dollar spoof film. Like I really want to direct that. That's like what I really really want to do. Like I always kind of have seen the world in a spoof kind of way. Like I don't know why, I like parroting things. Let's see, how long did it take to write and have more script ideas planned? So for Karen, Julianne wrote everything on Karen. I think I sent her a couple little like ideas of things that I was thinking we could put in there. I remember, but then for like the new ones that I'm doing with Lauren coming up, those ones I've basically just gone through and kind of like written out the whole outlines, like very detailed, like outlines, kind of Curb Your Enthusiasm style, and then we're going to go through. My spelling is horrible, so then we're going to have somebody touch them up, and then we're going to translate into script form. And we're not going to script everything though. We sort of script out certain scenes. But what I have for the next movie, I feel really good about. And there's like a scene in there with like a group death and stuff that I think is really good. I don't know. I think it's going to be pretty good. It's going to be the most cathartic movie I've ever done, because it's going to a lot of things that I don't know, it's just a lot of stuff that I need to kind of get out there with this movie, and it kind of put things that have happened to me that have been bad and kind of like turn them into kind of funny. And that's kind of the way I've always done. I don't know, I've always kind of poked fun at stuff like that if I've ever had bad experiences or things like that. What do you like more for the 4th of July, hot dogs or hamburgers? Well, I don't eat meat anymore, so like I don't really eat any of that. I'm blocking most of the people on your chat. Yeah, anybody that's bad, get rid of them. That's if they're saying like bad stuff and stuff like that. I don't think you can block the people though. You can just put them in a timeout, I think. But if they're saying like bad stuff though, let's see. Why can a woman's status return a condition of her feet? Have you watched the Alex Leba movie? I talked about that. I bought Sis, and after seeing your DVD, Hunting Blue Radio, thanks so much for continuing these despite not much physical media being in the wild these days. No, thanks so much for anyone, everyone that still watches the Tuesday shopping videos and stuff like that. I really do appreciate it, and I'm just glad that, at least one of the movies I know for sure that I directed got to have a physical release. You know what I mean? For sure, we have Karen on Blu-ray, and then the wide release DVD comes out on September 13th. So I'm like, okay, no matter what, people will have that in their collection. You know what I mean? But I think we're gonna get some of the other ones out too. It just, I just want, Mistletoe. I don't know about if it's gonna have physical. I hope, but I the goal for that, like the dream company for us is IFC. IFC is like a dream for that one. We'll see though. IFC Midnight would be really cool. Let's see. Sean, are you a fan of the Howling movies? I do. I like those movies. Let's see. Will you ever make big Hollywood horror movies? If I get the money to do it. Why can a... Let's see. Hopefully. Let's see. Alex Leba is legit. No, he's very cool. I will help moderate. Do you have the movie The Deer Hunter? I believe I have The Deer Hunter. Hype for the new Gremlin film? I haven't heard much more about that. Let's see. I thought you did wear a wig in a movie. Oh yeah, I did in that as a joke in that movie. And the wig was coming off in some that you know, Alien Vampire Busters. I just haven't thought about that one very much. Very much. I don't know. A lot of weird things with that particular movie. Let's see. I'm trying to make sure I don't miss any of these. Elvis 7 film collection DVD, Conjuring Universe 7 film collection. Is Dweebo in the chat? I see Alex Sup. Dweebo? No, I don't think Dweebo is. During your weight loss journey, what did the most for you? Exercise or diet? I think it was diet. I think it was like the limiting it to the 1,500 calories. But it was so much, because that was what I was eating a day. But then I was going to the gym 4 days a week, and I was doing the treadmill, and I was there basically for 2 hours. And I was in the treadmill on a really, really high incline, so I basically worked up to getting to like the highest incline. But I never had a high speed though. I was only at like a 3 speed, and that was the main thing that I was doing. Let's see, is a lot easier to do live streams on Twitch, which has much better modding tools. Yeah, can you do it through? Do people do it through Twitch and then do it through YouTube and go from Twitch to YouTube? I don't even know if that works like that or not. Hey, I have a question. Do you have any Scream on DVD? Yeah, I have all. I think I have all the Scream ones. Do you accept scripts from movies to produce? Yes, Ash. Me and Lauren definitely are totally open to like looking at scripts for anything, as long as it's like horror and has like some comedy. And just keep in mind too, Ash, like any script too, we'd have to kind of go through and we'd probably have to add some characters and change some stuff too, because we have a lot of actors that would come in through Indiegogo and stuff like that too. But no, definitely message me on Ash. Message me on either like Facebook or Instagram, and let me know like about the idea and stuff like that, or or if you need me to sign like an NDA or anything before you say about it, I can too. But no, I'm definitely totally open to script and ideas and stuff like that, because I think it'd be kind of interesting if someone said, "Here's the script. This is the movie we want you to make." That would be kind of cool, as long as it was, like I said, it was like something that I at least had some interest in. Have you seen Dark Pictures' French horror anthology recently? I don't know if I have seen that. Sean, would you ever shave your head completely? Maybe sometime down the line. Let's see. I have a friend that used to shave his head like yours. I think it's pretty cool for you to take your hat off and ignore the negativity. What is highway mingning? I don't know what that is. Mingning? High wall mining? Would Citizen Kane be in your top favorite movies? No, like I saw that movie, but like no, it's not really. Let's see, why PTSD from Scream Bloody Murder? I can't really get into it, but it was just some very, very, very bad treatment, and sort of this kind of like mental kind of almost like that Korn song beating me down. I felt mentally broken by two particular people, and I guess I can't say anything on who or anything, but there's two particular people that I thought was a person that was trustworthy. They were trustworthy, but they weren't. Let's see. Where was this? Talk about the scripts. Does the DVD for Amityville Karen have special features? I think so, because on MVD's website, when I looked up Amityville Karen on there, it shows for like I think it showed features. Let me see if it shows it. Yeah, it shows on here. On their site for the DVD, it says commentary track, 36 minutes behind the scenes, SRS trailer. So yeah, and it has captions as well. So it does have the subtitles on there as well for hearing impaired and everything, because I know people have asked me that in the past. So yes, it does have the features, and I think it has some cut stuff as well. Someone told me. I haven't actually got a copy of the Blu-ray yet, because I think it's the same, I believe. It's on the same features and everything, but I have not actually seen it yet. I won't get a copy until like later in July though. Let's see. Walmart Black Friday. Yeah, if they do like a real Black Friday this year, I definitely will be. Wouldn't you be embarrassed about your physical selves? I think we shouldn't be embarrassed about our physical selves. I think everyone is beautiful. No, I know that's true. I think people really shouldn't, and people just have to, you just have to embrace the way you are. I mean, you have to be like, what can you do? You are the way you are, and it's like we just have to be happy. Just got here. Where is Sean? No, I know. Someone gave $200, Rufio, for me to take the hat off, so I had to take the hat off as they gave it as a super chat. Let's see if anybody wants to do a super chat for me to do like that for me to do next Tuesday without a hat. I guess I'll do it, but it has to be a super chat. That would have been funny. I never even thought of that. Like, yeah, super chat for me to take the hat off in a Tuesday shopping video. Oh, do you take advantage of Amazon buy 3 for 2 deals when they came around? When they come around? No, I've never actually done that deal. I didn't even really know about that. What's up, Sean? Just got done watching New Firestarter. Did you see the original? Did not see the original one, but was not impressed with this one. Yeah, watch the original one. The new one, I did not love it very much either. The original one, though, the Tangerine Dream music is really cool, and then the fire stuff is like the actual fire effects are amazing. Like the end of the movie is great. It's very sad too, but it's worth watching. It's definitely. I feel like too. It's definitely go out of your way and watch it whenever you get a chance. I definitely would. Let's see, favorite cartoon, probably maybe Ren and Stimpy. It's like probably it's kind of a tie with like Ren, even though like Ren and Stimpy's got some bad stuff because of John Kay, but probably Ren and Stimpy, and then like Rocco. Probably Ren and Stimpy and Rocco. Let's see. Have you heard the new Winnie the Pooh horror film? Yeah, I know the guys that were making that one. Do you have any plans for short films instead of features? No, I think I'd only ever do features just because I don't really know. I wouldn't know what to do with them. You know what I mean? I wouldn't know how to sell them or anything. And only way I would be doing like a short really was if it was going to be like something that would be part of like an anthology. You know what I mean? Like if I was doing like an anthology or it was like a segment that would be for something else, an anthology movie, something like that. Vegas trip anytime soon. I want to go back to Vegas. I have not been there forever. So hopefully I'll get back there again. Have you seen The Black Phone? Saw other day in Liverpool. Very chilling. I really want to see that one. We need Leba in a quarter film playing a vlogger. Yeah, maybe one of the ones coming up. I was watching Ash versus Evil Dead TV series. I'm on the 2nd season. I'm watching on Netflix. I'm sad it ended. Only made 3 seasons. No, I know that was a really good series, a good show. What about the new Doctor Strange? Was more on the horror side, huh? It's pretty bad when your head snaps back. Slight spoiler alert. I have to watch that one. I got the digital code for it though. I agreed would be epic. I appreciate you checking out the movie, Sean. No problem, Alex. Which do you prefer, Sleepaway Camp or The Burning? Between both of them, I think probably The Burning. I saw the new Elvis movie today. Really fantastic. I heard everyone saying that's really good. I definitely need to watch that one. Will you be covering Comic-Con this year? Yes, I'm definitely going to do... I think I'm going to do 2 different ones. I'll probably do just the standard like Wednesday movie hunting one, just kind of walking around looking at everything, and then I'll probably do a tour one. I know you have to wear the masks and everything. What's bad for me with the masks, only thing is, I am very, like, hyper when I do the videos. I'm like, very like, and it's when you have the mask on, it's like I've got to make sure I get like a really thin one of those like ones that are more like disposable ones because I think it'd be easier for me to do it because it's going to be difficult to talk a whole lot, especially if it's hot outside and stuff. I don't know. I'll be fine with it, but it's going to be annoying though if I walk around Comic-Con and it's like because I saw those videos at Anime Expo where everyone's supposed to be wearing a mask and then like 50% of the people seem like they're not. So I'm just hoping Comic-Con's not like that, where like they're not wearing it. So we'll see. We'll see how it all goes. But I definitely will be doing videos, and there will for sure be the Wednesday one though. But I don't think I'll be able to go without doing a tour. I like to usually go Wednesday and Friday. I remember the King of the Hill episodes made you want to lose weight. I don't think King of the Hill. I did notice the way the camera does shift, actually. Oh, you noticed like how I was like, shooting stuff like that? Yeah, you can kind of tell that I was filming a lot of that. Hey, have you watched Spencer? Great movie. Spencer? I don't think so. Have you... what are you hoping to see this year at San Diego Comic Con compared to special edition? Well, like I'm hoping though that this Comic Con is like much back to the back to the regular way it was, because Comic Con special edition, I already knew going into it that it was going to be the smaller thing and everything, but the thing about it was just like there wasn't really very much like for sale at it. There was a lot of like more like crafts, and like I felt like it was more, it wasn't like official items and like as many toys and stuff. It was much more like Etsy type stuff and craft things and everything. And so what I'm hoping that it goes back to having like the regular booths when you see like, the toys for sale, and like the studios promoting upcoming like previews and all that kind of stuff that we didn't see before. So I'm really hoping all that's back. I think it is. I'm pretty sure it is, but I'm just hoping it's all back to like it was. Let's see. So it says, are you a fan of something? I guess I'm trying to make sure I don't miss these ones. Are you a fan of Mortal Kombat? Yeah, I used to play Mortal Kombat 2 as a kid like crazy. Ever thought about going completely clean shaven? Maybe. Being bald sucks. Ever thought about doing one of those transplants or wearing a wig? I don't know about transplant. I don't have the kind of head that I could do those tattoos. I see how people really do like I'm tattooing on my hair. You know what I mean? I remember Fuzi Tube did that and stuff like that, but it wouldn't work. My head's too pale and white. It would look so strange. It would look like somebody like took a pen and drew on my head. I see a $2 super chat here from Trayvon Reed. He says, any favorite movies of 2022 so far? I would say X is probably one of the ones that I really, really liked a lot. Other than that, I'm trying to think of like what else was really, really good that I really, really liked. I don't know offhand. That was one of the ones that like really resonated that I really, really liked though. Frankenstein's is the best. Yeah, I want to go there. I was talking about going there with my brother at some point, probably in the next month or so. Maybe after Comic-Con. I'm not sure, but I know we really want to get back there again. Someone says, I need to buy Karen a physical Blu-ray. I'm always going to collect physical media. Well, thanks so much. And yeah, definitely get it too. And don't wait too long on the Blu-ray, because I know it's limited. And I saw some people were buying like a lot of copies. It's like limited to 1,000 copies. So I don't know how many have sold. And I saw somebody ordered like 50 copies or something. So it's like, I guess people know it's going to go, like, it's limited like that. And I know sometimes, like, normally they only do like 300. But since they sold out of the 300, they did 1,000 of it. And they did them on press disc too. Because like normally, I don't think SRS always does press Blu-rays. So I'm really proud and happy that like they did a pressed Blu-ray of it too. So I can't wait to get my copies of it too. I just want to look at it and like, because I've only seen it like I've seen it in 1080p, but not in like the full resolution one. I'm more of a compressed down one for the internet, just to kind of like check the picture and everything. I bought Karen on Blu-ray as well. I'll grab the DVD in Walmart when it's there. I'm hoping for in Walmart. I really hope they carry it. Let's see. Should call the two people out so other people won't go through what you did. I can't when it comes to those people in that movie, because I signed an NDA. So it's like I can't say anything. That's the one thing that's scary about NDAs on movies. Let's see. Sorry that happened to you. That's heartbreaking. Well, thanks so much, Cute Fluff. I appreciate it. Have you ever seen Children of the Corn movie that starred Adam Wiley as the main leader? I have. Adam Wiley is somebody I definitely down the line want to get in one of the movies. I've been a fan of him forever, but I really only just really noticed him again when I saw Return to Sleepaway Camp. And then I messaged him on I think on Facebook and just said, oh, I thought you were great in that movie. And then I realized he was in all these movies like as a kid, and I had seen, but I didn't put two and two together at the time. Let's see. Greetings from Estonia, Sean. What is your favorite Batman movie and the worst? My favorite one, to me, always is Tim Burton's Batman. Like that one I absolutely love. The least favorite one is the one that everyone probably says, Batman and Robin. I did not care about that one very much. Let's see. And then when it comes to the Batman, the Christian Bale series, the least favorite one I would probably say is the first one. Even though it's a good movie, I didn't like it as much as the other ones. Let's see. Did you watch Sis yet? I bought it after seeing your Blu-ray shopping video. I still have to watch it too. I still have to watch that. What's your favorite recent recent horror film? The one I really liked was X. I think Tangerine Dream did the music for the 80s fantasy film Legend. Yeah, no, they did. They did the music in that one. Have you ever been to San Francisco? No, I've never been there. That's somewhere that I really want to go, and I really want to like go to the Bridges restaurant, the restaurant from Mrs. Doubtfire. For some reason, that's like the secret dream of mine to go there, and I don't know what it is about it. I'm sure it's probably really expensive, but it's like I don't know what it is. Like if I went to San Francisco and I did not get to go to that restaurant, I feel like I'd be like really depressed. I feel like I'd at least have to like I at least have to go inside and peek inside. You know what I mean? Like park the car or like do something just so I can at least see it. It's one of those things where it's like it's important to me. I have to eat in in the Bridges restaurant. Let's see. Have you ever met any movie stars from a Comic Con? I think. I mean, like who have I seen like walking around? I mean, I see people like I've seen like Sam Raimi and all those kind of people, and I see all the panels throughout the years. I know I saw Seth Rogen and Jonah Hill like basically like right in front of me. I saw Matthew Lillard walking around there the one time. Um, the one kid from the middle was there. Lots of you see a lot of people. Especially if you know a lot of like directors and like people that you wouldn't really be able to put a face to. You see a lot of them too walking around. Will there be another? There will be another season of Ash vs. Evil Dead, but that's not what you think. An announcement is coming. Did you see Spirit Halloween is getting a horror movie? Spirit Halloween is getting a horror movie? No. Is it going to be like that's interesting? Has your recent directorial production involvements in a film changed how you enjoy films as a viewer? I don't think it changes how I see films. Like, what it does sometimes though is like I sometimes see a location that I know where it is because I saw it on Gigster or I filmed at it. So that's the one thing. Because like, if you guys don't know, when it comes to like getting film locations, like the gift is like Gigster or Peerspace. It is an amazing gift for finding filming locations. Like a lot of people don't know about it, and you can find literally anything. I mean, that's how I found pretty much everything. The Bigfoot location I found privately, but other ones it was just through that. But like a lot of times though, that's where the big studios rent from as well. So you see some of these movies and you're like, oh my god, I saw this location or I rented this location, or I filmed there. So it's always kind of weird. So that's one of the things I notice, and it definitely changes too sometimes if you see like watching a movie that's like an indie movie. I kind of like am thinking, okay, you know how much a certain person costs now too, because like I feel like now, like my secret thing is like I'm the collector of everybody's like all these celebrities like rates. Like I know what everybody costs a day and stuff now. It's just this weird thing. It's like if I would have like you would have told me like in 2010, you know, that just moved out here and like was just starting to get in movies and stuff like that, I'd like know all these people's rates and stuff and all this stuff and have people's phone numbers. Like my mind would have been blown. Hey Sean, favorite directors? Probably like I really love Jim Hoskins, you know, who directed The Greasy Strangler, and then like you know Wes Craven. I really like Eli Roth. Always love his stuff. You know John Waters. John Hughes. There's so like very specific people. They're like a lot of comedy directors and stuff. And a lot of people I like that just are not super known, that just like have made a couple of different things. Out of the films you worked on as an actor, which one has been the most physically taxing? Do tell. The out of all the ones as an actor, the one that was the most physically for me probably was probably the Shark House, honestly, because that one I kind of felt like I lost myself making that, because it was because I half the movie I didn't even see myself. I was wearing bandages that I couldn't take off, and they were very constricted, and I'm very I don't want to get into all of it, but I have sensory things and everything, and wearing bandages like that and all that, not comfortable, not happy, being like that the whole time, and then wearing this makeup, so it was not fun. I dealt with it, but it was learning like not something I really would want to do, if I again, but basically that was probably the most difficult because it was like directing, and I was directing with Will, so he was helping, sharing responsibilities and stuff. But still, it was just like so much, and it was like I was on camera like 90% of that movie, and it was just like I don't know. That was that one, and then the other one was probably Ghostquake, and that because that was 3 weeks. That was that shoot. That was me as an actor, and I was very heavy. I was at least 400 pounds in that, and it was like I had to do all these falls and stunts and all this stuff, and that was very difficult. That was a lot. But I think, though, honestly, the most physically difficult, to be honest with, was Ghost Shark, because that was me realizing that if I didn't start losing weight at some point, I wouldn't be able to do it anymore, because I couldn't get up on that jet ski for the life of me. That was a living nightmare. I mean, that jet ski thing was a night. That was really bad for me. Let's see. Bruce said, "No more Ash. New movie is coming though. Check out a documentary called Blood, Guts, and Sunshine about indie horror film exploitation films from Florida." Oh, that's cool. I'll have to look that one up. They do a lot of like kind of horror, like horror movies in Florida. Let's see. What do you think about Top Gun Maverick? I have not watched that one yet. The Northman. I thought that was cool. I didn't like that as much as The Lighthouse, though. What fake blood brand is the best to buy to make blood look real? I don't know, because I'd never bought it or anything like that. I have like the effects people and everything do it, so I don't know. What is the biggest challenge in directing movies? I think, to me, it's just like sometimes the coordination of it, and I think the other thing too is just like coordination and scheduling. Just like, because sometimes, people that come in don't want to be there for more than a day, so then it's kind of like, well, you have to figure things out. So that's kind of, I think that's like the hardest thing, is just coordination and scheduling, and that's really the only thing I would say that's, to me, that I feel like is the hardest. If you had a chance to pick any actor immediately to cast in your next movie, and they couldn't say no, and why, who and why would it be? If I could pick like anybody, like I think of who would be like the absolute anybody that would be I would want to get. I'm trying to think, like, as crazy as this is, like right now, I'd love to track down Giuseppe Andrews. I really would. Like, I think he'd be amazing to track down, and I think it would be amazing to get. I would like to work with Aubrey Plaza. I think Aubrey Plaza would be really fun to work with. And then, like, it would be funny to get somebody in these movies, like, really, like someone like a Seth Rogen or something. It would be fun. So Seth Rogen, I think, would really fit in the movies that I'm doing. I think we get along for a lot of reasons. So I think we get along. Let's see. Seeing Full House Place in San Francisco is a must. See, no, yeah, the Full House house. You have to look at that. They tore down, though, the Family Matters house. That was in, I think, Chicago, or I can't remember where that was. But I know that got torn down. At least I believe. Where can I buy confetti poppers? Those ones that you pull, I think you can just get those at Walmart. I think they usually have a stand, but sometimes they have those things you see on the side of the road. Like, I saw a couple of those today, like those fireworks stands and stuff like that. Do you ever wish you could star in or direct a real movie that people would actually watch willingly? I think people are going to willingly watch a lot of these things, Ian, just so you know. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people are talking about these, about Karen. Like, my brother was telling me, like, some big people were retweeting the poster and stuff. And I saw them, like, oh, wow. So people seem to care. So, I don't know. Let's see. And the thing is, like I said, one of them that's coming out is coming out from an actual studio. So the studio willingly wants people to watch it. Let's see. Bog Zombie. And there's a $2 super chat here from Bog Zombie. And this is how you spell this one, guys. It's BOGZOMB. EE, and it's for being a cool duder. They gave a $2 super chat, and thanks so much, Bog Zombie. And I see a $2 super chat. Will you put any adult stars in your movies? Probably. I wouldn't have any problem with having anyone that was like in anything adult and stuff like that. Like but more like legit, like Sasha Grey or something, or somebody like that maybe. But But I'm friends with some adult film stars and stuff like that. Veronica Ricci and a couple of different people. Are you cool with Brendan again? Yeah, we're talking again and everything like that. What's your favorite Blu-ray hunting video you ever made? Probably the one that was like in the Neon Video store that's totally gone now. That was one I really liked. Did you ever meet any of the Jackass CKY crew other than Novak and Franz? I met Bam. I saw Rake Yan. I don't know if I met Rab himself, though. I feel like I talked to Rab himself online, but I don't think I ever met him. But those were the main people that I knew. I knew Joe Franz really well, and I knew Novak pretty well. I'd love to see Novak again. Novak would be really cool to talk to again, and talk to him about like just what he went through then. You know what I mean? Like, cause I saw stuff with him, with his addiction and stuff that was just stuff that will haunt me, like the one day, like for the rest of my life. Just seeing some of that, like, that's why when I see how much Brendan Novak has cleaned himself up, and he's been sober for so many years now, and he's like going and lecturing in schools and talking about it, I'm just like, I applaud him so much for what he's done, because like I said, I saw somebody at the absolute worst moments of their life. I mean, oh my God. Let's see, Scooby-Doo 1 and 2 and Tubi. Have you watched Faces of Death? I've seen the first movie. I've not seen any. There was a lot of sequels. I've never seen any of the sequels. So it's true, if you wear a hat, you lose hair. I know hats make your hair fall out, I guess. But anyway, though, guys, I'll probably be on here for about an hour and a half. I'd probably be about 5 more minutes or so. So if you guys have any last-minute questions, though, feel free to ask them on here and stuff like that. I see somebody, though, is this a super chat, or is this something else? What is this? It says Happy Pride Month, but it says message retracted, but it shows up as a picture. So I guess it's a super chat, but I guess it's a $5 super chat, but they took off the message. So I don't know what they were asking. So feel free, though, to ask something else underneath it here. Happy Pride Month, Black Cat, though. Let's see. Scooby-Doo. Have you watched... What's this one? Faces of Death. Okay. Let's see. I love Karen. Well, thanks so much. Anybody who has seen Karen, though, feel free, though, to do like a video on it or anything like that. Rank all the films you have made so far, in your opinion. Out of all the films that I've done, like directed and stuff like that, probably I feel like my favorite is going to be Bigfoot in a way, just because it was just like, I feel like that was the first movie where I really kind of got my style figured out, like the way I like to do the movies. And then me and Lauren were working together so much on that one, acting-wise and everything. And then from there, so I probably would say Bigfoot is going to be my favorite. And especially I'm happy with it so far, with the cut on that. And then maybe Karen. But I don't know, it might be Mistletoe after. I don't know, because Mistletoe, I haven't seen much of Mistletoe yet. It's just very early with editing, so I really don't know. I'm not going to know on that or Woods Witch until much later how I feel on them, like with the final cuts and stuff. But definitely Bigfoot I'm really happy with. Let's see, are you a fan of any Taiwanese movies? I know I've seen some. I don't know for sure, though, offhand, though. Do you still go to malls and the theaters anymore? And do you still talk to MJ? I haven't talked to MJ in forever. I don't know what's happened to him. But malls, though, yeah, I was at some malls today and stuff with my brother. But no, I like going to malls. I've always been kind of like, I guess, a mall rat or something like that. I grew up, though, as a kid going to the malls, and when malls were really big still. So it's like I remember like some of my earliest memories as being a little kid, like, and I have like a weird memory when I can remember when I was like 3 and 4 years old. So I remember like going to the arcades, and I remember all the neon. I don't know why I remember things the way that I do. I'm not, usually people don't do that, cannot do that. Like I literally remember being in the stroller when my grandmother got lost with me, and I was in the Hunt Valley Mall, like lost in the Hunt Valley or White Marsh Mall, lost in the back area. And I remember this as like a 2-year-old in a stroller. Like, why do I remember this? It's like very, very weird. But it's good, though, for the movies, though, because I have like a very good memory, and I realize that I have a very strange photographic memory, which is if I see something one time, I will remember it for the rest of my life. So like there was this weird Comic-Con thing that I saw today from 1996 that I remember my dad got, and I'm like, oh my God, I remembered that. And it's like this weird sort of thing. Same with a face. If I see a face, never forget the face. It's like weird. And the way to remember a name is if I see a picture of someone's face and then their name right underneath of it, that's a trick for me to remember it, because I'll see the name with the face, with the picture. It's very strange, but that's a way I can sometimes remember names a lot better. Favorite Richard Linklater movie? Definitely Boyhood. Did you see they are releasing the trailer for Clerks 3 on July 6th? I can't wait to see that, though. Most underrated Robin Williams movie? Maybe that one movie, was it Final Cut with him as like an editor? That might be one of the ones I would say. Where can I watch your films? Well, they're all going to be kind of different type of stuff, different areas like Scream Bloody Murder is going to be a streaming exclusive one. That's going to be on Tubi as an exclusive on there. Basically, it's through a big studio that's distributing it through Tubi. It's a whole big thing that the way they're doing it. And then the same company is going to be releasing, not on, as a Tubi one though, the Shark House. So that one should be available like on everything, on all the streamings, all hopefully in Walmart, all that type of stuff. And then Karen, you can get right now on Amazon the DVD, and then the Blu-ray on SRS Cinema. And then Bigfoot, we'll see the fate on that. It's either going to be SRS or it's going to go to a bigger company like Shark House is. So we'll see. We're gonna know all that in about a month. What's happening with that one? Is Scarecrow Video one of your favorite video stores you've ever been to? Yeah, I love that place. I definitely would love to go there again. I'd love to do a whole movie in there. That'd be amazing if they let me shoot a film in there, like after hours, like a horror film or something. I don't know. I should message them and see. I think that'd be kind of cool. Have you ever been badly sleep deprived experiences while shooting a movie? Oh, that happens a lot. Like I sometimes get so tired. Like on the Woods Witch movie, that was the one where I had to keep going up and down hills the entire movie. Like the whole movie, when you guys see that, it's all hills. It's literally like, oh, it was an amazing location. Like we had so many different places to film in, but it was just up and down these enormous hills. And it was like, I think when I got home, I remember that night I was so tired, I got back to the house, I drove back and everything. I remember I fainted and passed out. And I remember that was the time I kind of hurt my sort of side. I still haven't really been right after that. But I literally was from exhaustion. And Mistletoe, it took me about a week or so to kind of not be so exhausted. Because there was just so much on Mistletoe because we shot at Lauren's house and we had so many people in there, and and then things got broken and had to get fixed, and there's just a lot of stuff we had to do. So that was a lot. So I got very tired after that one. I think the most tired though ever was after Shark House, and then like literally right after I went and did Dr. Gift, and then I was going through extreme exhaustion doing Dr. Gift, and then I ended up, because of that, and then the PTSD had kicked in so bad for me from Scream Bloody Murder, I ended up not doing one movie. I had to just end up telling the people I couldn't do it. And I remember, though, the people that I told I couldn't do it, they got really, really, really vindictive. And then they, I never talked about this, but they, almost started a smear campaign. They were so angry that I wasn't going to do it. And it's like, they were, saying all this stuff while, literally I was going through PTSD hell. It was, oh, my God. You know what I mean? That was the month of, July and August was terrible. That's why, once I went and did Karen, that was, to me, that movie saved me in so many ways because it pulled me out of that mood and all that and everything and just yanked me out of that. And I had a really good experience on that movie. So it was it was good. There was nothing on that one that was bad, except I know that my brother got burned his hand on a pan, and I remember that scared me, and I was real worried about that. So that was the only thing that happened on that one. Let's see. Have you ever been? You really need to watch Swamp Ape on Amazon Prime. Swamp Ape. I don't know if I've seen that one. Do you watch The Boys? A lot of people ask me about The Boys. I've never watched The Boys. Traumatic memories tend to stick with us longer. No, it's true. It really is true. I don't. Yeah, it's just a certain thing. It was a post yesterday, and then but basically I don't want to talk about that one. But when it comes to certain things, with Scream Bloody Murder, it's really strange to me how bad it is because, it's almost became that movie became a fight or flight situation to me, where it's so scary that I run from it. So something was coming up related to that movie a couple of days ago, and I literally had a bad PTSD attack from it that I ran out of the house carrying my shoes, and I went in the car and I sat at the park for an hour, and it just stirred me up so bad. It's that PTSD isn't fun, guys. If anybody that ever brings it up to you, just talk to them about it because it sucks. It really sucks. And then I had that was one of the bad things. and then you basically go back to the time, like one specific moment that you remember. And on that particular movie, there's one particular moment when like this somebody was confronting me, and I like, oh my god, like that thing and that moment, just like, and I remember the location, and then like certain times it just comes back, but like it just sucks. And then I remember when the masks from Scream Bloody Murder fell down, I saw them again, and that was right after Wood Switch, and I saw them, and I don't know, I can't believe I'm talking about this, but it was just like I saw them, and I immediately started crying, and I ran outside, and I was just like, God, my God, that experience was bad for me. So, granted, whenever that movie does release on Tubi, you're probably not going to hear me talk about it very much. You know what I mean? Like, and but it's helped me telling about what happened. It's helped me with the whole thing. It really has. Do you still go to the gym? I do the exercise bike. We bought an elliptical bike, so I do that every single day now. And then we also walk the neighborhood as well every day as well, me and my mom. So that's basically what we're doing now. I don't know if we'll maybe get back to there again to the gym. I don't know. Maybe down the line. We were, because of everything in the world, that's why we stopped going. And I just worry about my mom and stuff, and my dad especially too. So it's just like we don't want to be like, I don't know. I feel like too, working out with a mask on might be really difficult for me. I just don't know if I could do it. Let's see. You propose progress so much, stoked for you. Do you miss any specific era, period of time as a YouTuber, or are you happy right now where you are today? I don't know when it comes to like missing any era. Like I do miss, like in some ways, like some of the Donna Murph stuff a little bit, because they really were. I did like the instant gratification of basically making them and then having them like go up so quickly, and like, because basically when I'm incredibly OCD. Like, I mean, it's almost dangerous how bad my OCD is. So like when I do, like, for example, when I write these outlines for these movies, I spend like 6 hours straight, and I just have to sit there until I do it, and I just have to do it. And then when it came to like the Donna Murphs, I would go film Friday, and then all day until like probably 2 o'clock in the morning, and then I would edit, all night until like 8 o'clock in the morning, maybe more, and hope to God I got it done by then, and then sleep a few hours, and then get up and go to the Regal Cinema job that I worked at the time. So I was like, it was crazy. I see someone just became a member on here. It's X Meta X, and thanks so much X Meta X for becoming a member of the channel. I really appreciate that. But no, that was one of those things like, let's see, I'm getting a lot of ads for Tubi recently. Yeah, that's the one thing, is I'm glad that the movie's kind of delayed a little bit with being on there now, was because at least people will see it later. And I know people are going to watch it because it has Scout in it, and Scout Taylor Compton in it, who's great, and I was really glad to get to work with her. And I know, part of I think my thing is to definitely work with her again, because I think I definitely will plan to get her in a future film for sure, as kind of a weird do-over in a sense of that movie. And the thing is, I think the movie's still okay and everything. It's just, it's hard for me to watch it. I feel like it's covered with shit paint. As hard as it is to explain, I just feel like no matter what, it's like putrefied with shit paint. I don't know how to explain it. It's like, to me, it's like the horror. It's like almost like, when I think of it almost like a person that's coming to kill me or something. It's not good. It's really crazy that's how a movie, because of bad people on the set, can do that to you. I saw a documentary on Wachowski where he tried to make The Witches of Brestwick in 2 days. What's the fastest amount of time you finish a movie, either directing or acting? I think the fastest I ever acted in a movie ever, like where they did the whole movie, was Chris Seaver would do a movie, I think, in 3 days. So I think like Geek War was filmed in 3 days. I think so. I mean, and then like my movies, the fastest one was 5 days, and that was Karen. And we needed those time though. We really didn't have like any extra time. But the movie ended up being like an hour and 40 minutes, so we shot a lot in that amount of time. And then Scream Bloody Murder, I can't remember for sure if it was 6 or 7 days. Like I really can't remember, and I don't want to really analyze it. And then Shark House I think was 6 days. Bigfoot was 6 days. Woods Witch I think was 6 days too. And then with Mistletoe, I think it was 8. And then the next one probably is going to be 9. I'm not going to go back anymore. I need longer, and it's like I don't want to. The reason why though you go a little less though is because it makes it so you can. Because every single day you're paying everybody, so that's one thing you have to think of is like you're paying, the grips, you're paying the camera operators, you're paying like the sound, all that kind of stuff. So that's the kind of thing you have to think of. So that's why too a lot of times they try and shoot things quicker. The key though is if you are going to shoot fast, definitely use 2 cameras. So with Mistletoe, we that's the first movie where we shot with 2 cameras. So going forward, that's going to be I'll never shoot without 2. Again, like there's times when you only need for certain shots like 1, but it's so much better to do it with 2. Let's see. Favorite food place in Vegas? Favorite food place? Probably one of the buffets. But I like which one is the one I like the best? Is it the Wim one I think I like the best, and then that pizza place. No, it's not that pizza place. It's a pizza place that's downstairs in New York, New York. That's my favorite place to go. Like my secret, I like to go there too, like late at night. I remember the last time I went there was when I was doing the movie Ouija's, Night of the Ouija's one for Full Moon, acting in that one. But me and my brother discovered that one. But that's really good. But if you go to the New York, casino in Vegas, for God's sakes though, do not get that pizza place that's upstairs. That one is awful. So go downstairs, make sure you go to the downstairs one. Don't let anyone talk you into that upstairs one. It's not worth it. It's so much better downstairs. It's the Eggman. Yeah, I know, Mr. Baldy. Let's see, Troll 2, how long since watching one of your favorites? Troll 2, how long has it been? I bet it's been maybe a year or so. That's horrible. People did that to you. I would have stopped them. I hate bullies. I know it was one of those things where it was just a bad situation, and there was a lot of threats and stuff like, oh, if you do this, we're going to make all these people leave. It was just, ugh. Let's see. Ever see the Storm Swept starring Eric Estrada? Very cheesy but worth watching. Storm Swept? I've never seen that one with Eric Estrada. No. Do you believe in God? I'm not a super religious person, but I do believe that there is something or someone that created things. So I definitely believe that there is something that created everything. I'm not a big fan of organized religions, and only because too I don't like sometimes a lot of what it says about certain things and trying. I don't know. That's I don't want to get into all of that, but that's the main thing I'd say. I missed the skits you did before movie reviews, or the movie reviews right before you saw the films in theaters. No, I know I like doing those skits. The problem was they're so time consuming, and nowadays it'd be so difficult for me to do it. I mean, I have a really really good camera I could shoot them on, but I really don't know how to use it very well. I don't not at all. Because they had camera guys using them and stuff like that. But no, maybe it's for the right thing. I'll come back and do another, skit again. Maybe I'll do something with Lauren or something like that. Maybe that's what we should do at some point. I just watched Eyes of Laura Mars with Brad Dourif. I loved it. Have you seen it? Eyes of Laura Mars? I've heard of that. I don't think I ever watched that one. Are you and Cinestalker still friends? Yes. No, we still are. Why don't you work anymore? I do the movies and I act, and then YouTube. And I think I can. I think I can make a career of doing the films. I didn't know what I would do as a career, because acting is you can do okay, but you can't really make a living acting that much unless you're really getting big movies. Because it's only $200 a day, $500 a day. You're not really getting enormous money acting. But I think filmmaking is always what I wanted to do. And the thing that's good about filmmaking is I can act in this stuff too. So it's exactly what I want. So I'm going down the right path right now. I really know that. Let's see. I miss Rue Morgue radio, great music, 9-to-5 job. I don't think I could mentally do a 9 to 5. If I had to do a 9 to 5 job, I don't even think I'd mentally do it. With my my mentality and everything, I don't think I could do it. I'm really not good with confrontation and with a lot of authority. And because of the PTSD, with people come at me the wrong way, I just like shut down. I don't know. That's why I'm really glad I'm doing things the way I do it. Now, he directs, that's work, laugh out loud. It's definitely a lot of work. Anyone that doesn't, like, I basically feel like for the first time in my life, because I know I worked in the movie theaters for 2 years, but that, honestly, what I've done on the movies, especially on the last movie with Lauren, with the mistletoe, was more work than anything ever. You know what I mean? And just the planning and, getting things figured out and getting the props together and all this stuff. Just like coordinating with people and messaging people and checking to make sure you don't miss a message on Facebook and all, just lots of little things. It's anyone that's there. I gotta do a documentary on the making of some of these ones, because we had one on Karen, but that was a much smaller one, so it didn't show everything. But if we do, because of smaller production, but I think we should do one for one of the next ones. Um, why do people keep asking? Who cares? None of your business. Are you friends with him? Um, let's see. Woodward Radio. He directs. That's work. Around how much does it cost to direct a movie? Well, like I don't basically like for the things that I've done, I'm not paying myself to do them. Like now, like when they're sold and stuff, like the two ones, like the mistletoe and woods witch, I have percentages of that, but I just do it. I'm doing it now just because I like doing it. So like basically the things we've been crowdfunding on, like mistletoe and everything, we just put every single dollar into the movie, and then we set aside a specific amount, like this is amount that we need for doing sound and stuff like that, and then if we need to do like anything more for like music to get the composer, then we can do like finishing funds and stuff like that later. But like as it is, that's what we usually, the way we've been doing it is we just put everything into it, and then like, but like if it came to like charging, like what would it be, like what would a fee for like directing, I don't even know. Like I really don't know what I would say. It would probably be like my acting rate, like, and then like doubled, I would say, for doing it, something like that. Let's see. Let's see. Sure, a big fan. Take my name, Patel Parday. Lots of love from India. Bro, I respect you taking the hat off and just showing off the real natural. You forget what anyone's saying otherwise. Well, the thing is, though, someone gave a $200 super chat. It was Burke Jones gave a $200 super chat. And thanks again, Burke Jones, for the super chat. And that's why the hat came off. But it's definitely like the longest I've ever had a hat off, I would say. My Pokemon cards are worth just over $200 right now. Still adding them in. That would never have. They would never hire me at a movie theaters. Why wouldn't they hire you there? I would watch a documentary on how you film in the process. Roughly how many movies do you own? I think it's got to be like over like, probably like 7,000, and if not more by now, I think. Do you do director's commentaries? I did a commentary for Karen. So that when you guys get the any of you guys get the Karen Blu-ray or DVD, there's a commentary on there that I did with Lauren. I have not heard how it sounds or anything, and I didn't. Hopefully it's okay. I didn't really know what it was exactly what I was doing, because I never had done one before. I just did it on my phone. So, but it sounded like it was okay when I listened to it back and everything. But then they drop it in, through the program and stuff, and then it's kind of cool though. You can like the fact that like something like that I did is on a Blu-ray, and you can like select the audio track and hear me doing a commentary. It's just such a funny thing. Let's see. Roughly how many about that? They would never hire me. Did you get good caterers? What did you like eating while filming? We haven't ever had a caterer. We've always just had people getting the food, so it's just been kind of like Del Taco or In-N-Out or Burger King or Subway, Jersey Mike's, Taco Bell, all that kind of stuff, kind of a mixture. I should think about, though, doing something, like doing like catering next time around. It might be a better way. It probably would have been easier on the last week because we had a lot of people. There was times that we had like 50 plus people at a time. Sean, are you on Cameo? No, I've never got a Cameo account on there. I've had a couple people, that are on there offer me to the code thing so you can do it, but I've never, done that before. Sean, got any new movies on DVD? I think last movie I bought was Apex Predator. New ones on DVD? I think there is a couple things coming out. There's what's the new one coming out? There's that virus. No, Plague of the Dead is one coming out, and then that's like that's like kind of like kind of a sort of a follow up to Virus of the Dead. So look up Plague of the Dead, and then Amityville Hex is one, and Amityville Hex comes out. I think when does Amityville Hex come out in August? I think. And Amityville Hex is one I'm really looking forward to seeing how they cut it together, because that was something I really helped put together. I got a lot of actors together for that, like George Stover. I got him, Mercedes the Muse, who was like some stuff for Trauma. Macias Duvall, who was in a movie that I absolutely love called Deranged. I got her to be in it. So a lot of people. Mike Ferguson's in it. So there's a lot of people in that one. Let's see. Audio is a little low in the movie. Did you enjoy listening to the audio commentaries on the DVDs and Blu-rays? I listen to them every so often. It would be loud and then a little quieter. It was hard to understand some scenes. Sean, what's the beef with you and the artist version 1? He says you treated him poorly. The artist version 1? I don't even think I spoke to that guy. How long have you been not eating meat? I think it's probably been, I don't know, maybe 4 years now, maybe something like that. $200 for no hat. No, somebody did it. Believe me, I didn't even say $200 for no hat. All of a sudden, Brooke Jones sent through a $200 super chat, and I'm just like, oh my god. Okay, I guess I got to take the hat off. What kind of setup do you use to stream? I'm just using the computer, the iMac and everything. The computer, basically the camera that's built into it and everything. But then these headphones have this microphone thing on it, which I guess it's okay. I think it's a little bit better than the microphone that's on the actual computer itself, though. So I've almost been on here for 2 hours, so I guess I'll stay for 2 full hours. So it's like, so my OCD doesn't go crazy, and you know what I mean. So yeah. So any of you guys that are on here, guys, feel free to ask any other questions you guys have. I'll be on here for like 10 more minutes or so. If you guys have any super chats, feel free to ask anything you guys would like or anything like that as well. Where did you start that rumor about your favorite actor being? Where did that rumor start about your favorite actor being in a nut house? There was a woman that knew Giuseppe Andrews that was posting that he was in a nut house under a lot of comments where people, and some of his music and stuff like that, people were asking if anyone has seen Giuseppe or where he's been and stuff like that. And then that was where she posted that and everything. So that was where it was started. But then somebody said that they heard that it was just a total rumor. So I don't know, but it's very strange. But I know that woman has been around for a while, like many years. Let's see, Felicia's Journey. And Felicia's Journey is one of those ones you kind of have to say with an Irish accent to say it right. It's like Felicia's Journey. You have to sort of say it. That's a great movie, though. If you guys have never seen Felicia's Journey, definitely watch that one. I'm using an old iMac 2, 2018 21-inch one. Favorite Martin Scorsese movies. Also big fan for a long time. Hit me up. Thanks for being so cool. Scorsese one, I would say Taxi Driver is definitely my favorite. Have you seen The Black Phone? It's worth seeing in theaters. Is it worth seeing in theaters? I don't know. Everyone that's seen it said it's really good. I'm finally going to get back to theaters, but I know I'm going to see Jurassic Park first, because I've seen every Jurassic Park in the theaters ever. So it'd be very strange to not see that one. But I'm definitely going to see that one. Will you ever film in Vegas in the future? Well, I did, the one that I was I don't know what shoe category on is in that. I guess the assistant on there. We did a lot of helping on that one. The movie Night of the Zomghouls, that movie was filmed in Vegas. So yeah, I probably would go back there again. I definitely could see myself shooting there again. Let's see. Lad Brennan has started his weight loss journey again. Will you ever film in Vegas in the future? I talked about that. Mini golf or full-size golf balls? I don't know. What's favorite stories about making a film? What are some of your favorite stories about making a film? Favorite stories? I'm trying to think, like, I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think of it's hard to like think of a story. Like, let me know if there's a specific movie you want to know a story on. Do you struggle with your own weight anymore? I've kind of like not struggled with it, but it's been kind of like in like the same area, and I kind of would like it to be like maybe like 5 pounds less. You know what I mean? Like that's about it. But it's been kind of like stuck within the same exact area for like probably a year and a half, and it's kind of like always like there, and then it's back, and there, and it's back, in that same 5 round radius. So it's always like that. I definitely am not as low as I was though in the very beginning of the when I lost the weight. I don't want to be that low again though. I got like really low at one point, and then I got almost anorexic when I was doing Screen Bloody Murder. Like I was, I mean, I could tell it wasn't right because I always felt faint. Like I was, that's how I knew I was too thin. I literally was always faint all the time. I never felt right. It was not good. So it's like, I think I'm at a better level now. Let's see. Do you like the band Sugar Ray? I just wanna fly. Yeah, no, I listen to Sugar Ray. I mean, I not like regularly, but now I'm like them. Are you going to review the new video violence Blu-ray? I actually did review that like maybe 2 weeks ago or so. And the Woo is my other favorite YouTuber aside from yourself. Have you ever met him? I have. There's some videos with him, Tony. Look up Cool Dude or and the Woo, and there's a couple different ones. But no, I'm friends with him. I definitely want to do a video with him again. Taxi Driver is outstanding. No, I love that one. Do you prefer the original or the remake of Straw Dogs? I have the Criterion version of the original, but didn't know if the remake is worth a watch. I saw the remake in theaters, and I thought it was all right. I mean, it's definitely not like horrific, but the original is amazing. So I would definitely watch the original one. Are you still acting in other stuff or just your own stuff right now? Pretty much doing my own stuff right now because I'm acting in it. But there are some stuff coming up though that I know that I will do, and I feel like too once like Shark House comes out and I have like some more stuff that I can show as acting examples of new stuff, then I'll really pursue it even more because I feel like the Shark House is stuff that I really want to show to casting people and stuff like that. And I definitely feel like too, I think it will lead to me getting a couple different people interested in me being in part of it. People that probably wouldn't have given me a chance before might give me a chance is what I'm thinking. But I don't particularly want to play that character again though. Like the Shark House character again, it would be very I don't know. You know, like if they wanted another one, the company wants a sequel, I would not want somebody else to play it, but I would do it. It would just I'd have to figure out an easier way to do the makeup and a different way of not, so I didn't have to be under it so much time, and maybe double some of the time too. You know what I mean? I don't know, a little bit of a body double for a little bit of it. Sean, where can I buy The Demon of Castleberry? On DVD, or is it that hard to find? Yeah, that's a lost one. It's totally lost because the people that made it were basically were teachers and principals at a school, and then like the one basically it came out about them, and the parents banded together and said they didn't like that and didn't want these teachers making these movies. So it was a whole big thing. So I don't think we'll ever see those again. I did hear something about like them making another movie again, but I don't know though. Let's see. I think they wanted me to come back or something, for like they wanted to like shoot more scenes for it or something. But I'm just like, I don't want to revisit that movie. You know what I mean? Like, no. Let's see. Let's see. Have you ever watched the Feather Man's channel? I don't know. Do you watch Fresh Off the Boat? My brother watched that. I don't think I ever watched an episode of it. Troll 2's director, was it in a facility while shooting film during the day and back there at night? There's a documentary. Oh, there was the one guy who was the guy who says it's coffee is the devil's drink. Do you find theater goers clapping at the end of a movie cringy? Sometimes it can be a little cringy. Repent and believe in the gospel, someone said. Would you ever cast? Who would you cast in a Taxi Driver remake? that's tough to say who could play that role. Like a, you know, you could put somebody like Ryan Gosling in there, you know, but yeah, Gosling could probably do it. He did like Drive was somewhat that sense a little bit, I guess. He could make that kind of, I don't know. Gosling would be interesting. Um, and then like somebody like I don't know, like I think Gosling, Aaron Paul, you could see, but I don't know. I think Gosling might be kind of interesting. What's your main Subway order? Since I don't eat meat, I would either get the veggie patty or the veggie delight there. And then I usually put like the pepper jack cheese on it, black olives, and then vinegar. And sometimes I put that black pepper ranch sometimes, or sweet onion sauce. Let's see. What are your thoughts on Jaws 3D? I like Jaws 3D. My mom's friend that she was like friends with from through like all of like when she was a kid and everything. Bess Armstrong was in that movie as the main actress. Would you ever sell your soul to work with your favorite actor? No, it wouldn't be worth it. You know, it really wouldn't be worth it. Let's see, because then you'd be like your soul is sold, and then you have to be like, I don't know. Um, I want to take a pics with Cardi B and Sid in my car of Affleck. How many digital totem movies would you estimate are in your collection? How many totem movies? Like I said, probably about 7,000 or more. Um, let's see. Any comedy movies you've seen in theaters? Recently, no. I haven't seen anything comedy-wise in a long time. Sean, I can't wait to see your Joseph Kelly. Sorry. It says, Sean, I can't wait to see you in Joseph Kelly's Clown Motel 2. Can you tell me about your character and and did you meet Ari Lehman? No, I didn't meet Ari Lehman on that set. I met Ari Lehman, I think, once before at the Days of the Dead convention in Los Angeles, like in 2013. But Joseph Kelly is great. I should be doing. I know I am. I just don't know when it's shooting. His new movie called Clowny. I like working with Joseph Kelly, but I don't know when that's going to be. Um, but no, I can't wait to see Clown Motel 2. I haven't got to see it yet either. And it's going to be, I know there's going to be a Blu-ray and it's going to be on a bunch of streaming things and stuff, but I'm excited to see it. Very detailed answer, thank you. You should do an updated fridge video or another grocery shopping video. Yeah, those are fun, the grocery ones. Do you have a favorite episode of The Simpsons? Probably the it's weird to say it, but like the one that's like the first one when they go camping, because it was the first time ever one I saw. I always liked, and then I also like it's these old ones that resonate to me really well. The babysitter one, the rubber bumper baby dumpers, or however that says, that one. I think about that all the time. The one with the comic book, I love. Those are ones that really resonate really well. Do you like Grandma's Boy? Yeah, Grandma's Boy is great. Well, I've been on here now for 2 hours, so I think I've been on here a long time now, a lot longer than I thought. But anyway, though, guys, thanks so much for coming on here, and I'm trying to do these, like I said, every Saturday if I can. But thanks, everybody, and thanks again, though, for Burke Jones for the $200 super chat. I really appreciate that.